All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. I guess you and me, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to us.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So this is
Uh,
season 2. I guess are we calling this officially season 2?
I has the break been sufficiently long enough? I think that is that what determines it.
I don't know. I would say so. I'd say okay for our purposes, going hence with and for with and so on and so forth with hence whatever. This is word of the day calendar gone wrong.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
uh, this is This is episode 1 of season 2, or I guess we're gonna episode we'll just go numerically. So episode 14, but the
Mhm.
start of season 2 of the Wheels and Shaky podcast. Dun
Du- du-
dun
du- du.
dun. So cool. And so we're back. So I guess this episode I guess is going to be getting caught up.
Yeah,
Getting
moving
caught
on to
up
bigger and better things.
getting caught up with you, the listener, because Wheels and I still talk to each other like pretty much every day. But
Yeah,
um, but for you, the listener, thank you so much for joining us and getting in here with us. So here we
sticking with
go.
us.
Yeah. So welcome back. It's been an eventful six. We should look. Maybe we should go look and see when did we record the last one. It would have been. When did I go to?
Mhm.
When did I go to? When did we go to Fiji? When did I go to Fiji?
September 29th.
The fact that you know that off the
Why
top of
I
your head.
remember, and
That
that's the point
and
that
and,
we're
you-
going to
and
bring up.
before this meeting and before we started recording, you called it Jamaica, and that's a really. I mean, sure, they're
I
both
did.
tropical, they're both stuff, but that's Jamaica and Fiji are really.
Ah, don't
So
even.
September 29th, and today is November 21st. So it's been almost 2 months,
And a lot has happened.
and a lot has happened in 2 months. So, me first or you first? Me first.
Oh, definitely you. You went
Well,
to Jamaica, sorry, Fiji. You went to Fiji, and I went to the hospital. So I think we should start with you.
Okay. So we want to start on a good note, or we want to end on a. Okay.
Absolutely. No, start on a good note.
All right. Let me get a sip of the old
I mean,
H2O here first.
mine's a good note too, because I'm home. I'm home from the
Yes, for
hospital.
those of you
So
watching on YouTube, you can see that. Okay. So on September 29th, and on September 29th, Mrs. Shaky, as she has been known around here, who you've heard once in a while, Mrs. Shaky and I jumped on a plane from uh, from the lovely, all things being equal, I'd rather be in Philadelphia, and that was a trip. And of that, okay, so actually, let's start with the medicine fiasco. Maybe we should start there. So, uh, so yes, in my little Parkinson's journey that we've talked about, I have some pills I have to take, and our insurance company, our medical insurance company that we get through. Actually, through Allison's, Allison is kind enough. Mrs. Shaky is kind enough to supply medical insurance for both of us. But her medical insurance requires me to go with a mail order pharmacy. Now, for the sake of clarity, said mail order pharmacy shall now and forthwith, there it is again, be
not
referred
henceforth.
shall be referred to as the clown show, because that is what they are. They are a clown show. Their app, they have a. Did you download our app? I did download your app, and it's stupid. It's I mean, it is such a clown show. I mean, seriously, whenever you open up the app to go find like your medicine that you have to refill and order and all that stuff, there should be music playing in the background. Because that's
uh,
what we're up against with this clown show of a clown show of a clown show.
I think our listeners can all agree that pharmacies, yeah, clown show can be.
So right. And I'll tell you, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, using the word clown show, and I will not name who they are because I don't need the lawsuit, but using the word clown show is gentle. I'm actually being a little bit kind because clown show. So fine. um, so I'm supposed to get I I jump through all these crazy hoops to make sure that this medicine that I need gets here before I leave for Fiji because the supply that I have would not be would not be enough. And
We've all done that, yeah.
right now Fiji now let me so Fiji we were gone. Allison and I were gone almost 2 weeks. There was a fair amount of activity involved as far as there was scuba diving almost every day. Um, there was a couple days of other excursion, little adventure excursion things. Uh, in a couple days, I mean, there's a couple days of just chilling, but even the just chilling days, at the end of the day, I still need to take my drugs. So, so I'm not, shaking all over the place. Just basically tremoring myself down the, the Primrose path. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that comes from. So, um, so fine. My meds do not show up on time. It is Sunday. I think Sunday we were forget whatever day. The day that we're leaving, it was like an afternoon ish flight, and I'm sitting there going, boy, I hope they get here. I hope they get here. I hope they get here. They did not get here. So I'm back on the phone. So now I'm on the phone. I'm calling. So now I'm trying to call the um this was on Sunday. I'm calling the clown show. I'm, I'm calling the clown show, and the
Yeah.
clown show has an emergency number with an answering service that nobody answers. I mean, like somebody's at the answering, like somebody picks up the phone and hi, so and so, hi, clown show answering service. I'm like, hi, I need to speak to somebody actually in person at the clown show because you're screwing up my vacation. And and they go, oh well, sure, we can send this. I'll send this message right away. I said, well, how soon will somebody get back to me? He said, oh, it'll be sometime tomorrow because nobody checks the messages today. And
Um,
I literally said, well, then what? I'm like, well, in your case, clown show answering service, what is your purpose in life? Because that's so fine.
the
Yeah.
emergency
So
needs to
this is
be
like
our
a
word of
Sunday.
the day.
Right. So this is like Sunday. So Monday we're getting ready to leave. We had to leave here like 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's like 9. And so the way we worked out this whole this whole cockamamie thing, getting to and from the airport because oldest son of Shaky and Mrs. Shaky was coming home to hang out and kind of care for youngest son of Shaky and Mrs. Shaky, and hang out with his brother, and so kid brother got to hang out with the big brother and everything. It was very cool. But the way the flight timing worked out, he wasn't going to get here until we were gone. We were kind of passing each other in the air. Um, so a friend of ours was helping us out with this. Our friend lives in Dover, so we're going just to give you the geography. So we're in southern Delaware. We're driving to the Philadelphia airport, 2 hours north of where we are. Halfway in between there is Dover. So now that morning, Allison is driving. Mrs. Shaky is driving to Dover, and I am on the phone with I'm on the phone with the clown show. And the clown show, I'm explaining everything to the clown show and what it is and how exactly they're screwing up my life. Um, and I mean, it really is a clown show. I can hear like squeaks, and I can hear like squeaky noses and stupid horns, and tripping over big giant clown shoes going on in the background, and
Mm.
it's just a mess. So so I tell them, I said, look, can you get this approved? They said, well, it's going to be a one-time override approval. I said, okay, well, however
Mhm.
you do it, just do it and do it quickly because I'm on my way to the airport. I have a flight to catch. And I said, if you can do it, send it to the Walgreens in Dover, Delaware. I will stop there on the way. I get to the Walgreens. Uh, I get to the Walgreens, and this is the abridged version, and it's already going too long. Um, because of the convoluted getting back and forth to the airport thing with our other friend Brian. Brian is helping us out. I'm like, Brian, can we stop here? He's like, so yeah, we can stop. I gotta get coffee anyway. So we stop, hit the Walgreens, he hit the Wawa, hit the Walgreens. Same parking lot, basically. So fine. Now I'm in the Walgreens, and Walgreens gets on the, yeah, we have this. Okay, we have the prescription. So because that was the other thing, is like I had to get the prescriptions transferred from Clown Show to Walgreens. That in and of itself was a
Oh, right. We've all dealt with that.
was hoops, and then Walgreens has to get the clearance to do it and run it through the insurance, which of course the insurance. So now we have clown show and insurance recommending the clown
Ooh.
show. I mean, all involved in this thing. I'm in Dover. I'm standing there and like my fingers are tapping. I'm a nervous wreck because I'm looking at my watch and I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, I gotta go. I got a flight. And if I miss this flight, I'm screwed and blah, 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 blah. Dover says, Dover finally goes, look, man, what time's your flight? I said, I gotta go. I have, it's an hour and 20 minutes from now. and I'm an hour, no, well, hour and 45 minutes from now. And I'm 45 minutes to an hour away from the airport still. Now, TSA pre-check is a godsend. Thank God for, thank goodness for that. So that helped. But still, he said the guy at the pharmacy tech looks at me and goes, "Look, you better go. You better go. You're gonna miss your plane.
Oh.
There's no way in the world that we're gonna be able to do this for you in time. You should go." And I said, "Well, what do I do about my med? Do I just go off my meds?" And the actual pharmacist in the background goes, "That's not recommended." Like yells from the back. We don't recommend that. I said, well, what do I do? She says, I don't know. And so I'm looking at my flight schedule. So now I have a 6.5 hour layover in Los Angeles.
Ouch.
Right. So I said, look, can you get this transferred to another Walgreens? And they go to a Walgreens. If you go to a different Walgreens, that Walgreens will can access this in our system
Right.
because it's in the Walgreens system. I'm like, okay, so at least now it's in the Walgreens system. Get back in the car. So now I leave, get back in the car. I'm back on the phone with Clown Show, and insurance of Clown Show. And I'm like, okay, this is the plan. This is what I want to do. And like, well, okay, I guess we get to Los Angeles. We get to Los Angeles. We have to collect our bags and like walk from one terminal to the international terminal because the flights weren't linked. Go to the international terminal, meet up with a bunch of our other friends who were on this trip. I abandoned Mrs. Shaky at the airport. Like, here, you just watch all the luggage. And go get a lift. I'm not an Uber guy. I'm a Lyft guy. I go get a lift, and the Lyft driver takes me to the closest Walgreens to the airport, which is only like 2 miles.
Okay, makes sense.
Right. And one noticeable thing as we were leaving the airport is there was a In-N-Out burger right across the street. Note the In-N-Out burger. So we get to the Walgreens. I get in and re-engage the Clown Show, re-engage insurance of Clown Show, and they go, pharmacist, okay, let's do this. We got this. We get approvals. We get everything cleared, all that stuff. Pharmacy tech comes out and says, we don't have it in stock.
Oh.
Right. Now, at least I still have like 5 hours left on my layover. I'm not under the gun time wise at this point, but now I'm just irritated. I'm just beyond.
But you're in a town you don't know.
Well, I've been around Los Angeles a few times. I'm not. That's
I
not.
know,
That
but
bad.
still, it's stressful.
Well, so fine. So now we get I'm just, oh man, clown show. So so I walk back out and I look at the Lyft driver. The Lyft driver was, I asked the Lyft driver, I said, listen, I don't know how long this is going to take, but it would really make if you were able to wait for me, and that'd be great because I'm going to need to ride back to the airport, and I'll give you a pretty fat tip to just because you're patient. And
nice, yeah.
So I walk back out and I look at her and I go, the next closest Walgreens is here. So I show her the address. She goes, why? She goes, you didn't get your insurance? I said, no, they didn't. They're out of stock. She's like, okay, well, where's the other one? So now we go to the next Walgreens.
Oh my gosh.
And she drives there. I get in. I have to re-engage the Clown Show in the insurance of Clown Show because while the prescription changes, the sign on the clearance, the clearance has to get redone again. So stupid. Finally get prescription, pay for prescription, get back out, and the lovely the most lovely Lyft driver ever, super patient, is sitting there waiting for me. So I go, okay, back to the airport. However,
Mm.
I'm starving. So can we hit that In-N-Out burger? Because I've never had one. It's one of the I've never had
Oh,
one, and
perfect.
everybody talks about it. So can we hit the In-N-Out burger? And I said, if you're hungry, I'll buy you a burger. She's like, yeah, sure. So we go to the
Nice.
In-N-Out burger. She pulls in, she parks because she says, listen, I'm going to park and we'll walk in because even though to go, because the drive-through this time of day is going to be slammed. And she was right. She was right on the ball. The
Mm.
drive-through line was out the window, or out the door, out the out the
That's the
parking lot.
douche. That's it.
I'm cognizant of how long this is taking, but this is the nightmare that it was.
Mhm.
Um, so so get in, we order burgers, get back in the car, go back. She drops me off at the airport. Um, I eat my In-N-Out burger, which turned out to be an exercise, in my own opinion, an exercise in mediocrity. It was nowhere
Really?
near. Yeah, it wasn't as good as it's hyped
It
up to
didn't
be.
meet the expectation. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't
Okay.
bad, but I just expected a lot more.
Okay.
Because of the reputation.
They've never
Honestly,
been to Portillo's.
yeah. Well, no, I mean, I think Smash Burger is a little bit better. Five
Uh,
Guys, I think, was a little bit better, although Five Guys is expensive. Um, in those the big burger California burger chains, it was good. I
yeah.
mean, I'd go again, but just not without the hype.
Okay.
Finally, get back to the airport, get everything settled in,
To
um,
LAX.
to LAX, and sat there for like another hour and a half, and then got in the big long line, the big long stupid line to get on our flight. The plight was over, and then we're on the flight. Um, get on the flight. We land in Fiji, get through Fiji airport pretty smoothly. I mean, that's a big international airport that you fly into, and then you cross over to the domestic airport, and the
Yeah.
domestic airport is like a shack. The
Well,
domestic
what?
airport,
Yeah, that's all they've got space for.
yeah, it's just a little tiny thing with just the little tiny puddle jumper planes. So we proceed to get on the puddle jumper plane. Some of our friends had to leave their luggage behind because the plane just couldn't handle the weight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they got to make extra trips. Get on the plane. Get on the plane. Takes us to Taveuni, to the island of Taveuni. We get there. There's a van that picks us up, and then we have to drive an hour and a half um, to the resort that we were staying.
Okay, wait. So
What?
does this start the positive journey or the positive trip that
Yes.
we had that we had
Yes.
promised would
After
start this whole
yes,
dialogue?
after actually landing in Fiji, everything was good. And even
Okay.
even the flight to actually I the positive part starts on the plane to Fiji,
Mm.
because they made the announcement that ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you have your bag, you get your baggage stored and everything, because our flight is almost full. Well, guess who got lucky enough to have an empty middle seat between us?
Ooh, that is
Alice,
positive.
Allison and I, on the way there, empty middle seat, had some space, could spread out. She,
Elbow room.
yeah, exactly. I mean, of course,
Everybody needs to.
she immediately falls asleep on the plane because that's just what she does. She
Yeah,
she
that's
she can sleep
so Mrs.
anywhere, and
Shaky.
it irritates me.
Yeah.
Um, I slept for a little while, but I enjoyed some movies, and it was a good flight. But then
Okay,
when
but we're in Fiji. Come on, get on with the
right,
Fiji-ness.
well, so then you get you get on the cool little plane, and that's awesome because just you're not breaking 10,000 feet because they don't pressurize those planes.
Mhm.
So you get a really cool view of the water. You get a cool view of all the other little islands that you're flying over.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. You land in this. You land on this airport. I mean, it's like you fly over the airport and you kind of circle around to line up the runway, so you see all this happening. You get in, and we were lucky. Our stuff made it on the first trip, on the first flight, so we were able just to go right to the. We went right to the resort, had all our stuff, didn't have to wait for anything. It was great.
Sweet.
And then we get into so we get there, and we got one of the nicer cabins. And a cabin, that's not a cabin, like a cabana. We had one of the nicer cabanas. Um, and I there's video for this, and I should post the video somewhere. You walk up into the cabin. The first thing you walk in, there's a little foot bath. There's a little foot wash, so you don't get dirt all over the inside. Little foot wash pot, little like thing right out by the steps. There's a swing and a little bed to lay out on outside. and a little table for sitting on this gorgeous porch. Then you walk in, and there's a bedroom, little sitting area, coffee station. In the back is a bathroom, and then you walk through the bathroom, and there's a door out of the bathroom into the most glorious outdoor shower I have ever seen.
Oh, my
I mean, like a
favorite.
rain. It's like a rain shower, and there's this big
Yeah.
tub, and there's a
Oh,
shelf,
nice.
and there's a shelf, like for stuff and everything. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I think we had a good spot, like in the scheme of things, because hot water for us was not a problem. Other people were saying like they didn't get enough hot water. We had tons of hot water, but I think we were had just good location to the hot water here.
Okay.
Um, Absolutely beautiful. Walk out of walk out of the cabana, and there's a little grassy area, some palm trees or coconut trees, and then ocean and other
Wow.
islands off in the distance. But just and facing the perfect the facing perfectly west for the sunset. Absolutely
Beautiful.
amazing, gorgeous. Uh, the staff could not have been friendlier, nicer. It's just amazing. The the funny, disturbing thing about it was that there was a big picture. There was a big photograph in or painting. I guess a photograph,
Mhm.
old black and white photograph of a tribal chief. The thing about Fiji. So here's the thing that I learned about Fiji. That is, they're not particularly proud of it, but they don't hide it. Is they have a very long history of cannibalism. A lot of there was a lot of cannibalism going on there.
Yum.
But they were
Nice.
talking about this. There was this one chief, and they actually had a picture of him. Like, this dude ate like 900 people and had like a
Oh,
yeah, and like had a rock, like a memorial like thing for all of them. It was creepy. It was interesting and creepy all at the same time. Uh,
yeah.
but my just met some great people, met some great staff folks. Uh, one of the dudes played guitar there, and I had some harmonicas with me, so he and I made a bunch of music during the week for things that was cool. The diving was extraordinary. Check out the Jay Verzi YouTube page if you want to see some diving videos of this, which I'm still editing. I have one done. I got to post the rest.
Mm.
Um, Diving was extraordinary. The um, At one point we took a couple excursions to go see some waterfalls and like a naturally formed water slide through these rocks, which was very cool. Lunch
Nice.
lunch on different beaches around the area. The casualty of the one casualty of the trip was my watch, but because I broke it on the water slide.
Oh, your Apple Watch?
Yeah, that was a bummer. But it was an old one, and I was kind of due for an upgrade anyway. So at some
It's
point
a
or
good
another, I need to.
excuse.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
So I have to ask, with all these fabulous excursions and
yes.
playing the music and everything, I mean, how did Parkinson's affect the beautiful world of Fiji? I mean, I'm
Uh,
assuming it followed you there.
it did. It came with it came with it. Snuck into my suitcase.
Can't really hide.
It snuck into my suitcase. Um, I was worried about it with the diving because the previous big trip that I had done before we started the podcast actually was the Maldives back in
Yeah.
April. And when I came back from the Maldives in April, um, things were bad. Things were bad, but things were also kind of getting worse before I left. Um,
But there weren't any problems on the trip
n-
itself.
um, Nothing outside of the ordinary. I'll say, nothing outside of like the stuff that I deal with now. So I'd waking up in the morning, circulation issues with with my feet and my ankles. So that was tough.
Mm.
Um, that was difficult. Difficult to get going, difficult to get started. Um, the um, no real issues with the tremors beyond what they sort of normally are.
Okay.
There was not, as I'm thinking about it, not really. There was
Hmm.
I mean, I still did all the stupid nonsense that I did. Like people at one point, we had taken a excursion out to this waterfall, and people were climbing up the rocks on the side and jumping into the pool at the bottom of the waterfall.
Oh,
Which of
okay.
course, which of course, at first I'm going, boy, I don't know if I should do this. And then a
Mm.
couple other people did it, and I completely
When
succumbed
has
to
that
the peer
stopped you?
pressure.
Yeah.
I gave right into the peer pressure,
Yeah, I knew where
and
you were headed.
not only did I give into the peer pressure, I was the only. I went up there and I belly flopped it on purpose.
Oh,
I called it. I called the
yeah.
belly flop, and I belly flopped it. It was awesome. It was
Oh,
hysterical. It was painful, but it was completely it
worth
was
it.
worth the pain.
Yeah.
And hiking, and the funny that I made a good funny. I made a good funny was going up the path, hiking up the path to the waterfall. We were
Mm.
all kind of like marching a little bit in unison to get up there because it was like a single path.
Yep.
And much like in the movie Stripes, for anybody who's ever seen the movie Stripes with Bill Murray and I can never remember his name. Egon from the Ghostbusters.
From Ghostbusters, yeah.
Yeah. So the two of them, when they start marching and they started singing "Do Wah Diddy." Yeah, there she was, and so I sing. So I do that first line. There she was, just a walking down the street, and everybody that was with us that knew the bit jumped right in.
Ah,
I mean, like had a whole crowd of people singing "Do
nice.
Wah Diddy." It was very
So
fun.
you were with a bunch of, what, 40, 50-year-olds?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what that shows.
It was
Okay.
very funny, and I think somebody has it on video, but I don't know where. And if they do, I hope I can. I need to find it because it was pretty good. Um, so we did that. We did this. There was a lot of there was. Allison went to a pearl farm,
Nice.
an oyster like pearl farming thing. That was very cool. It was great. It was a fantastic trip.
And you haven't had any after effects with the Parkinson's, any
No,
issues since?
no, I as it no.
So the
Thankfully,
time change, the
nothing long
flight,
term.
nothing really bothered you?
Nothing long term. The first couple days when I got back, the first couple days I got back, my medicine was all out of whack because just kind of readjusting to the timing of it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, it's that would be.
right. So
What
once I
is
got
the time
uh,
difference?
17 hours. Oh,
Okay, so that would take.
17 hours. And by the way, one of the other fun events we did was we went to the international date line. Got to stand over
Oh,
the international date line. At one point, I had one leg on one side and one
nice.
leg on the other side, which essentially was me putting my balls on the international date line. But
Good
then
thing.
Allison,
Good thing they don't have a camera from down below.
yeah, that's true. But there's pictures of me standing over it,
Mm,
as well as pictures of Allison and I there and doing all this. It was very cool.
very cute.
So Parkinson's wise, with exception of the whole fiasco with the medicine in and of itself, the only thing coming back here that was difficult was getting the medicine back on track again.
Right.
Because the new medicine that I started taking after I got back from the Maldives when things were crazy really works pretty well so far. But I got to take every 6 hours. I got to do it every 6 hours, and I just do it during the day. I don't take one when I go to bed because I don't need it.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, when I hit that 6 hour roll off point, it rolls off hard. So
Mm,
keeping that regimen correct is important.
yeah, I have that with my spasticity meds.
Yeah, same deal. Um, so yeah, so beyond that, there wasn't much. Strangely enough, and I don't know if this is just kind of in my head or not. Um, one of the things that we did when we were there was called a kava ceremony, and kava is a drink. It tastes a little gross. It tastes like dirty water. It looks like dirty water, but it's a ground up root that they mix with water and you drink it, and it has a very calming effect. It's not alcoholic. It's not an alcohol or something, but there's some kind of something in there that just chills you out. Um, and I could have sworn that after drinking 2 or 3 or 10 of these things,
After
because one night that was, and there's no hangover to it or
3, you
anything.
kind of lose count anyway, so it doesn't really
Well,
matter.
I could have sworn my tremors were not gone, but relaxed. The whole thing
Really?
was, yeah, it's very relaxing. It's very calming. Uh,
Hmm.
so yeah, there's a whole
Interesting.
ceremony.
I wonder if that would work on my spasticity.
It's a thought. I don't know. I mean, you can actually get kava here. I think you can actually. Somebody said you can
Really?
order it on like Amazon. So that was something. That was a something. Um, and then
Nice.
yeah, outside of that, it was a great trip. It was a fantastic trip. I would go back again. Given the opportunity.
It's Fiji. Of course you would.
Well, yeah, but like I mean, like I would go, like I say, I would go back to the Maldives again, but I would go back to the Maldives again to go somewhere I haven't been. In this particular case,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of places in Fiji I'd like to see, and there actually is going to be another Fiji trip with the group in a couple of years.
Cool.
They're going to a different place, but I mean, like I would go back to this exact resort again. You know, I would go back to the
Nice.
exact same place again. Which,
Cool.
considering all the places I want to go and I haven't seen yet, the fact that I'd want to duplicate what I did last time
Yeah, says
is
a
saying
lot.
something. Yeah. So
I like that you're not as nervous probably about the Parkinson's and the effect because I know you were very nervous heading into Fiji
I was. I
because of all of the issues you had after the Maldives.
right. Exactly. But
So I'm
the CL, the Oompa Loompa medicine that I take,
yeah,
seems to be doing its thing. Well,
nice.
yeah. So
Yay.
so while I was the only other thing that was funny, the other little funny event is I'm going to throw Sam under the bus. Sam, older son of Shaky Wheels
Yeah.
and Shaky, or not older son of Shaky Shaky and Mrs. Shaky, texted me at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell me about the Rush tour that was announced, and I'm like, dude,
Oh.
it's 3 o'clock in the morning here. He's like, oh, sorry, but then I was up and I had to go look it up, and then I was down the rabbit hole of that whole thing. So that was
I
really
was very cognizant of the time change, I will say.
17 hours.
I got used to it after a day or two. I'm like, okay. Plus,
Yeah.
we always have Siri, which I've learned to use very well since my arms don't work so well anymore. And Siri's always great about telling me the time.
Well, and you made a what?
Oh no, you don't. We are we
No.
ready to delve into my
Yes.
journey?
Yes. No. What I was going to do, what I was going to say is because the other thing is, so if you look on your phone, you have this thing on your phone. You have the world clock.
Right.
You're aware of that, right?
Yeah, but in my realm of existence, all I've got to do is say, I'm not going to say it.
So like Suva right there is in Fiji, and that's the time change. That's what time it was in there. That's all.
But you used your hands to do that. Is my point.
Well, okay, fair enough.
All I've got to do is say those magical words. Hey,
Hey Siri. Yeah.
whatever. I'm not saying it, and
Oh,
just ask the question.
because she'll act up. Like if like if
Well,
you said it out loud right now, does it wake? Do you have it set so it wakes up on your phone right away?
yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I've got
So
Google behind me and Alexa somewhere else and Siri in front of me and
all right. So I have rambled enough now about my adventures. Now it's your turn.
yeah, mine will not be quite as exciting. I mean, it goes from learning the existence of a rectal tube. That's how it starts. What a wonderful way to start.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it ends with relearning how to swallow. So yay. In between there though I did walk. I did get a hand massage and ate a whole lot of horrible food that was healthy for me. So mine started off with uh, ambulance ride back to the wonderful hospital, not so far away,
Yeah.
thanks to the norovirus. Believe it or not, it was not a UTI this time. Yay! It was the norovirus that kind of freaked my children out because anyone who's in a wheelchair understands having the norovirus and having fluids coming from everywhere when you're seated in a wheelchair is not the best place to be. So yeah, we had to pause and wait for a good time to have the ambulance transport me. Coolest thing in the world, though, I did learn that they can pick you up using just the sheets from your bed and lift you up to get you on the gurney to go to the ambulance.
Oh yeah.
So I got to go to the ambulance, my fitted sheets and all, which got me a new pair of sheets when I got home. Though that was kind of nice to be welcome home to a better pair of sheets.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, so I took an ambulance ride to the hospital, got diagnosed with the norovirus, yay, and learned that they really didn't want to deal with me with fluids coming out of everywhere.
Yeah,
And
don't say that word again.
learned what that thing was that helped me with. I don't even want to say it.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, I guess
It's
we should
creepy.
just to be clear.
No, it's a medical thing. I mean, I did
Yeah.
not know it was. It helped the nurses to put a rectal tube.
Yeah, there it is. That by the way, not in my word of the day calendar.
I didn't know what it was. Luckily, I was in so much pain and just wanted to be done. Got the rectal tube in there for 4 days, which helped a lot with when you're bedridden, I mean, you know I have a bed. You can't sit on a bedpan all the time.
I got it, but please stop saying that word.
Oh, come on. I love seeing the cringe on your face.
It was
So
a,
yeah, I got to stay there for what? I think I was at the hospital for a week before I got approved for, guess what? Back to Marion Joy, my home sweet home.
yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten to know the place very well. That is, for people who don't remember Marion Joy, that is the inpatient rehabilitation facility associated with the hospital.
And we did how
So
many episodes from there? We did how many
I did
episodes
at
from there?
least two, and as a matter of
Two.
fact,
And one
when
from
I
the
went back
hospital room, right?
when I went back this time, it was a bunch of, hey, I remember you. Hey, a lot of you look familiar. It's been a few months. I actually had the girl that set up the podcast the very first time. Do you remember her? Help me set it up because I was in such a bad state. She actually asked me before I even mentioned it. She goes, "How's your podcast going?"
I don't remember
So,
her name. I remember the help. I remember you having help for her, but I don't remember her name.
oh,
Forever.
I remember her name. Actually, I've seen all about her trip to Japan, and
Oh, nice.
I mean, you have a lot of time to spend talking with people when you're there.
Well,
So no, I ended up back in Marion Joy and getting ready to undergo all sorts of rehab. Um, but the second day I was at Marion Joy, get this, got a UTI. So let's go ahead and change up our meds. And we're going to go down that rabbit hole again with the antibiotics. And they did. They did change the meds. It was fine. Um, give me 5 more days, however, and the meds stopped working. Got another UTI. Yay! So I got to stay a full. I was there the first time. I was supposed to stay for 10 days. After the second UTI, they said, let's keep you for another week. So all told, I had basically 2.5+ weeks there.
oof.
So yay, it was so much fun. But I will say the facility is fantastic. They've got chaplains, they've got psychiatrists, caseworkers. I know the chaplain, they offer,
Is his name Charlie?
oh, stop it. Actually, his name, oh
Ah,
my gosh, his name is Caesar,
it's
I
what?
believe. Caesar.
Oh, Caesar. I thought you said Luke.
Caesar, yeah, Caesar. So
Okay.
he offers, and I cannot think of the word for it. Oh my goodness. It's the extra healthcare. Like he gave me coloring pages so I could work on some meditation and um, self-help with mandalas. Very sweet man. Got me got me extra coloring pencils to take home
Okay.
so I could do those. He gave me a hand massage one day. I've had healing music. Remember all of that through all of their programs there. So it's a pretty cool place. Besides their horribly gross food.
Right.
Other than that, pretty cool place. Not quite Fiji, but
No.
no, fabulous people, fantastic people. And I did get to walk. Yay! That video I did post.
That video was awesome.
I did. I posted it on the Wheels and Shaky Facebook page. And this is important for the people who have MS to understand. And you've seen this. Every once in a while, you just have one of those days. You wake up and you do the whole body check. By the way, small shout out to a commercial I saw that actually somewhat depicted MS in a fairly normal way, where you wake up and the first line of the commercial, as soon as I heard it, first line of the commercial was something to the effect of, leg, are you going to work today? Hand, how are you doing? And you've seen me do this, Jay. You wake up and you do the body check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you have
do
to
it.
see. Yeah, you have to see what's working.
Mm-hmm.
But on this particular day, I didn't even need it. I woke up, my head was clear. I just felt lighter. And sure enough, when I got to physical therapy that day, my therapist, Lauren, looked at me and she said that Kyle,
Hey, Cal.
Kyle, yeah, everyone knows Kyle, my primary
Okay.
physical therapist there, said they wanted me to try the parallel bars. And
Yeah.
I looked at her and said, I've never done the parallel bars in the
Well,
months and months that I've been here.
yeah, and you did them, and the backflip with the twist on them,
I
and
know, it's awesome. It's
you stuck the landing. It was a thing.
give me a full 10,
Yep.
for that
Yeah.
one.
I don't. The East
And
German judge was a little bit hard on you, but besides that, it was awesome.
always, why are they so hard? But it was beautiful. It
He
was
was really
I
long.
did post it on the Wheels and Shaky Facebook page. Everyone go check that out.
Yeah.
And that was the third try that I posted. I'd already walked down those um bars 3 times. By the time we thought, oh, we should record this so Kyle could see,
Right.
because he wouldn't believe it. But the
It was
sad
awesome.
thing is that was a Saturday. By the following Monday, we tried to recreate it with Kyle, and I only got about 5 steps, which is still pretty good.
You said you felt lighter. Was that maybe a result of the rectal tube?
Yeah, no, that had been taken out previously. The funny thing is, though, that morning I had been transferred to the hospital to have an MRI.
Uh,
And Kyle was trying to figure, maybe it was something with that, or maybe I got bitten by a radioactive spider, who knows. But we tried it. We thought it might be the fact that I'd been lying down for an hour because I had to do both the brain and cervical MRI without contrast. Most of you know what that means. And so I was only in the tube for about an hour, but that's an hour of rest.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
tried to recreate that the following week. I got about 2 steps that day. I mean, there's something about those days.
Enjoy them while you get them.
Exactly.
Enjoy them while you
I've
get
had
them.
one since. So, but nothing quite like that. Nothing like that. That day was a miracle. I have those maybe once a year. But I have had people think I was miraculously cured or something. Because all my friends are like, "Oh, great, you walk." They think, "Oh, well, you can continue walking." No, we're back to the miracle that unfortunately everyone thinks is a permanent solution, and I've had to explain to them that just because you walk once does not mean you're going to walk again. And hopefully my MSer friends will understand that.
You are. You have tried to explain this to me before, and it's just there's no good way to explain it except for it is. It's like the thing with MS and with you and MS. Uh, it is. It's like club rando. It's like one day to
Yep.
the next. It's something that like one day it's this, one day it's that, the next day it's something else. It's totally random. It is the one
Today's a
thing,
good leg day. Today my arm
right?
works. Yeah.
Parkinson's. There's a little bit of that with Parkinson's, but for the most part, it's like I know what to expect during the day. I know what to expect
Mm,
when I'm looking at the clock right now, and I'm going to be hitting this window of I better take my pills again pretty soon.
yeah.
Um, because if not, I'll be shaking like a leaf.
Mm,
Uh, it's it's just with you, Parkinson seems to be a little bit more linear.
yeah.
Like the speed of the speed of making its way down the line varies from person to person, from patient to patient.
Your progression is more linear and it's
Right. In your case, it's like I mean, your progression to where you are now obviously had you could probably draw some linearity to it, but the day to day stuff is where it's just right.
hour to hour, man.
Yeah.
The daily roller coaster is a nightmare.
Right.
Well, and one of the symptoms we didn't get to that I didn't even know was happening, and that you love to tease me about, is that I did not know that I was swallowing improperly until the good old folks at Mary and Joy made me suffer through what 3 different swallowing studies just to see that swallowing using the chin tuck was no longer working. Did I even explain that to you?
Yeah, you did. You did, but for the okay, so can you are you able to sort of visually explain that a little bit just for the YouTube folks, and maybe if anybody hears this and they want to go catch it on YouTube, they can revisit this?
I would have to explain it with a diagram, but basically, um, the way that they were making me swallow, they were saying I was silently aspirating, meaning that when I was drinking, a little bit of water was going down my windpipe.
Okay.
So with the chin tuck, where you put your chin to your chest while you swallow, which is always great when you're out in public,
Yeah.
nothing freaky about that. It eliminates, it
I can imagine.
repositions the
I can imagine.
epiglottis, right?
You're sitting in a restaurant. You're sitting in a restaurant eating and doing the.
I
What's
know.
what's the matter with that woman over there?
I know. Now, wait, what they've got me doing now, though, is they found out I was even, swallowing the barium and doing the x-rays of my throat and all the wonderful things with the swallow study. They determined that even with the chin tuck, I was still aspirating. So I had to learn to swallow yet a different way. What they have me doing now is in the beginning, I have to hold my breath. So I did not realize you don't hold your breath entirely while you swallow. So I have to hold my breath, intake the fluid, do the chin tuck,
And
and
the
swallow,
and the
and
chin
then I
tuck
can
all in
raise.
the same. Like it's a whole process.
It is. Finally, though, I practiced and I got good enough at it that I no longer have to do the chin tuck. Thank God. It's called
Chin
the supraglottic swallow, and it's this whole thing about it's
the super.
holding my breath, supraglottic swallow.
That's a metal band from. That's like a metal band from the 80s.
At least, yeah.
Their second record, they were really good at first, but their second record just didn't live up to the hype.
It never does. The
No,
sophomore thing
no,
until
typically it
sophomore
doesn't.
slump.
The sophomore slump took them right
Yeah,
out.
but no,
Super
look up the
glottic,
swallow. It's a technique, man.
super
But I no
glottic
longer have to do
swallow.
the chin tuck. Yay!
Is
My
that
kid's
is that?
still yell at me.
Maybe it's a different kind of bird. It's
A
a super.
super, yeah. I
It's
see them outside my window in the mornings.
the super glottic swallow. They can carry. They can
No,
carry the
I
weight
just
of a
see the
coconut.
regular glottic swallow. The super glottic swallow is rare.
Yeah, those are the ones that can. They can carry. They can carry a coconut across an ocean. Monty Python humor.
So that was how my trip ended. Is that I did relearn to swallow. However, I cannot walk anymore. So
Well, you weren't. I mean, but
I
you need
know,
some
I
parallel.
know.
You need some parallel bars in your room.
I do. I need them all over my house. Can you imagine?
That'd be
Imagine
awesome.
that setup.
Especially with with the history of gymnastics of one of your kids. They
Yeah, that's true.
she'd be like using them all
State
over the
champ.
place.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I don't know if any other immersives have this, but what they've discovered basically is that I can walk the parallel bars. I, however, cannot use the walkers effectively. I think it's a little bit of the core strength issues, but the way I stand on the parallel bars is different than the way I would stand using a walker.
why?
So when I go to physical therapy now, they're no longer forcing me to do the oh my gosh, see, here's another symptom I'm struggling with. The memory retention, which I was going to get into that a little bit too. Since I had the whole septic episodes way back when,
Yeah,
my mind is gone.
I forgot.
Standing, oh my gosh. Anyway, so they're not having me use the walkers due to the exercises like they used to at home. I now pretty much use a Lumex and then parallel bars when I go to therapy.
You use what's the first word you said? A Lumix?
A Lumex, yeah,
That's a watch.
it's yeah,
No,
it's not
seriously,
quite as expensive, but
Zoom
yeah,
out.
it's
What's a
still
Lumix?
fairly
What is that?
expensive. The Lumex is my standing. It's kind of like a standing frame.
Okay. Yeah, it holds you up though.
It holds me up a little bit more, so I can get a little bit more strength in my legs,
Got it. You look like
so that I'm not sitting all the time.
like I got okay. All right, I got you.
Which I
Nice.
do prefer to the Sarah Steady, but we will do that on another episode. But
Sure.
yeah.
Um.
So
Well, that's
basically, I'm back to where I was before I went to the hospital again,
yeah.
except for we'll talk a little bit more about this in the future, the remnants of the whole septic episodes and how it's
Yeah.
affected me mentally.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not mentally
let's have a
stable.
listen. Let's so we should put up like a little listener vote
Oh
and
God.
let everybody put a little, and everybody can pick which one of us had a better time.
Gee, I wonder. That's a tough one.
That'd be time. I need
Jesus.
to win something.
Oh, dude, you
Yeah,
always win.
that's that's not true by any stretch of the imagination. So you're back, you're home, you got your thing.
I left my mind somewhere along the way, so if I call Fiji, Jamaica, or if I can't
I
remember
don't know. I think you lost your mind a while ago.
superglottic swallows, or if I can't remember the words or
Though.
phrases, just keep going.
Super glottic.
Pretend that you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing that for years.
Yeah, I was gonna say you. Yeah, exactly.
Doing that for years anyway. Yeah, that's cool. Did we want to dig into the rest of this list, or because we've been going for a while, we can kind of push some of this?
We can. I mean, I was more interested in introducing the concept of some of the stuff we're gonna do.
Okay.
With the word of the, I don't know if we're going to officially call it word of the day, but this big season 2 introduction of something new.
Well, yeah. So So the word of the day. So I've made like the reference to the word of the day calendar thing. It was a funny deal. So for anybody that knows pitching and knows professional baseball, there's a Chris Sale professional, a pitcher, pitched for the Red Sox. Started his career with the White Sox. And he had this word of the day calendar, and he was like intentionally, very, very intentionally trying to crowbar these words from his word of the day calendar into post game interviews. It's very funny, and I think there's actually a supercut of it out there if you go find it. Um, but yeah, so I think it was because of Superglottic Swallow, and there was a couple other ones that came along.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There's a couple other ones that came along that we were like, that's another one of those 10-cent words. That we decided we were going to start working on the multisyllabic word of the day.
There's so many options out there with in these medical worlds that we live in.
Well, right. I mean, that's the thing, especially when you get into these medical words. So here's the biggest word, and I know this, the longest word in the dictionary, in the English dictionary, is, do you know this? Is ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Jeez.
Which essentially is like, I think it's the medical term for like black lung.
It's much longer than anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Yeah, everybody loves it because anti-disestablishmentarianism is just one of those. Oh, I love to say that word because people think it's like, because then you get all these people that want to say that they're anti-disestablishment. I'm very anti-establishment. I'm an anti-disestablishmentarianismist, or something like that. And it's like,
yeah.
I've seen you, and the people that tell me this are the people that can't spell, cat.
But see, these are also words we've practiced pronouncing. What will be funny is if I throw a word at you that you haven't been confronted with, like,
oh, sure, make me read
Oompa Loompa. We have medications and stuff. I mean, the biggest thing is when I was in the hospital and nurses were unable to pronounce my medications.
Yep.
And I just have to look at them and smile and let it go. I wasn't about to correct them. I'm sure they've been corrected before.
Well, the other thing, so both meds that I'm on are essentially dopamine. They're either they trigger dopamine things. The one of them, the term is pramipexole. That would have been, matter of fact, pramipexole was the one that the clown show decided that I had to chase all over Los Angeles.
Oh, and now we're back full circle. Look at us.
Now we're back to this. So, and so by the way, and look, I know I don't owe them a plug. I'm not giving a plug to anybody for anything, but I will tell you, if you are struggling with medicine costs, check out GoodRx. Seriously. Because I have now migrated. I am not using the clown show as, pretty much for anything. I'm getting all my stuff through GoodRx, and it's
oh yeah, absolutely.
The only thing that's a pain about it is like you got to shop around. Like I'll get my meds, I'll get one medicine from one store, one medicine from another store, but it's cheaper, and it's cheaper and no clown show.
Yep.
So
and they're done that. Yep.
So so we're gonna start doing multisyllabic word of the day. That's gonna be an upcoming thing.
I've got a great Kyle story to go along with that one.
Cool. We got some Kyle stuff. We get to talk about is this word here. I don't want to say it if we're going to use it on the next episode. The NMES thing. Are we going to use the full word?
That's going to be on the next one. That's Kyle related. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll save that for episode 2, which will drop sometime when we get to it. And welcome, and again, welcome back. Welcome back. Here we are.
Yay, we are here again.
Season 2, off to the races.
We should take odds on how long it'll take until I'm back in the hospital again.
Let's not do that.
Come on, give me a day.
Let's not put
Kyle and I agreed at least until March. Because it's 3 months last time, and that would be 4 months. So
let's not put that in the ether, okay?
Yeah.
I don't like you being in the hospital. It's easier. That just So we are still. We didn't make a lot. We didn't make a lot of progress, and admittedly didn't make a ton of effort because I was busy in Fiji. We are still looking for anybody that might be interested in throwing a little bit of dough, giving a little cash infusion to the old Wheels and Shaky college fund here. So if anybody has ideas, thoughts, if you If you are a medical supply company, you want us to try some stuff out. If you are uh, a healer of some sort for the right money, you can come over and lay on hands. I don't know about that. That'd be funny though.
Yeah, you'd
Yes,
enjoy that too
yes.
much.
Hi. Yeah. Here's the Knoxville School of Faithy thing. Um, Emails are still there. Emails are still out there. Wheels@wheelsandshaky.com. Shaky@wheelsandshaky.com. The website is there and maybe working. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube. You can find us on, if you're listening to us already, you know where you can find us on the old podcast, Spotify, Apple, wherever. Where all your podcasts are sold.
Facebook page. Hopefully, I will
Facebook page.
be updating more regularly.
Yep, we do the Facebook page. We should probably get like an Instagram. We should, one of the bands I'm playing in now, and it's funny because it's run by a bunch of old dudes. We got a TikTok page. We got a TikTok.
Ooh,
We got a
fancy, fancy,
yeah.
fancy.
We got a TikTok thing, and I'm like, really?
See,
I
our
was surprised.
Facebook transfers to Instagram automatically, so those two are taking.
Right on. All right.
Those
And
two I can handle. TikTok is all you, baby.
how about MySpace? Do we have a MySpace page?
I did back in the day.
The Gen X Facebook is we like to
Mhm.
call it. All right, cool. Well, thank you everybody for those of you who
Thank you.
are downloading us, following us. If you have anything that you would like us to talk about, or you would like to talk to us about, hit us up on the email, and we look forward to hearing what you folks have to say. Until next time, you lady, be good. Stay out of the damn hospital for the love of all things holy, would you please?
I will try my best.
I will do what I can to calm the shakes. Although I suppose if I did that all the time, then I'd have to get a new nickname. And for everybody out there, just go be you. Take care of each other. Be good.
Just
be
keep
well.
rolling.
Keep doing your thing. Keep your balance. There's that word again. All right, we're out. Anything else?
Not a word.
All right. Say goodbye.
Bye bye now.
Later.